In this video, I'm going to be revealing some simple techniques about credit management to help you increase your credit score. It's going to be geared more for consumers who have become stuck in that lower credit score range and can't seem to figure out why. People who may be stuck in that low up to 619 point credit score, but need to get it up into the fair, good, great, and even excellent credit score range to qualify for better interest rates and for more loan options. So I'm going to be talking about some small actions that just about anybody can take starting immediately to cure some common mistakes to get that credit score unstuck. All right, number one, if you currently have debt, you want to start paying it down, because when you pay down your debt, it shows the credit bureaus and lenders that you are capable of managing your debt, and it boosts your credit score. There is a system to use when you're paying down your debt that will give you the maximum boost to your credit score. First of all, you want to focus on lenders that report to the credit bureaus versus smaller business or personal loans. You have, like let's say a loan forbearance that's just on paper, but it's not in the computer system. Those are going to take longer to report. So if your primary reason for paying down debt is to improve your credit score, you want to focus on those lenders that report to the credit bureaus. Those lenders tend to be major financial companies. Those tend to be major credit card companies or even PayPal. Also, companies that finance auto loans, personal loans, even mortgages, those too. Simply put, bottom line, your credit score is updated faster when the creditors already have a system in place to report directly to the bureaus. Your credit report and credit score can be updated in as fast as 7 to 30 days with the credit bureaus. When you're trying to improve your credit score, it's very important to focus on updates. And computerized updates are simply faster than waiting for a human to do it. A really good example is if you send in your payments, it's computerized. The updates are computerized, so you can see results in 7 to 30 days, versus if you're doing disputes, especially if you're writing them in, waiting for emails back and forth, a dispute can take 30 to 90 days or even longer. In some cases, they won't come off. So just paying down your debt will be a lot faster than disputing. So now we're going to talk about the plan to prioritize how to pay down debt in a way that it maximizes your credit score improvement. Okay, number one, you want to catch up late accounts or any accounts that are in danger of becoming past due. Note, these are accounts that are not in collections. These are accounts that are currently open but are just running late, if you have any. Why should you focus on catching up late payments? Because late payments and collections, especially recent ones, have a rarely strong negative effect on a credit score, and depending on how much negative or positive information, it could take a really long time to overcome a late payment. When you are working to improve your credit score, your number one priority is to avoid any late payments anywhere. And also be aware, utilities such as gas and cable do report lates. For different states, it's different rules, but I know here in Nevada, they do report it. So be aware also that your utility bills are also being paid on time. Okay, once you have all your accounts in good standing, now you want to reduce your utilization rate. Your utilization rate is the percentage of credit being used in relationship to how much credit you have available. And this is talking in particular to revolving credit. So let's say, for example, you have a credit card, your limit is $1,000, you owe $900, your utilization rate is high. For the purpose of credit scores, anything over 70 will really start to hurt your credit score. It will really drag it down pretty fast, and it'll keep it stuck down fast. When you're calculating your utilization rate, you want to make sure that you're only including, for this calculation, your revolving accounts, such as credit cards, home equity line of credit, not a fixed second mortgage, but a home equity line, one that you can pay down and borrow repeatedly. Also unsecured lines of credit. PayPal is a really good example of that, or any overdraft protection accounts. So those are the ones you're going to calculate for your utilization rates. The ones that don't count for the utilization rate is the mortgages, vehicle loans, education loans, home improvement loans, because those are loans that have a set payoff date. They're not revolving. They're not accounts that you can pay down and borrow again. To have a positive effect on your credit score, it's very important to maintain a low utilization rate, as low as possible, ideally under 30%. Remember, anything over 70 really starts to hurt you very negatively, whereas anything under 30% will really start to have a positive effect. And it's important that this is maintained consistently. You don't want to max out your credit cards and then pay them off on the due date, because what that does is your utilization rate goes up and down, up and down. That's not what you want. You want to have a consistently low utilization rate. Now, some people will ask me, well, what's the point of having credit cards if I can't use them? Well, you can use them. However, when you're trying to build your credit score, this is a very basic strategy to boost your credit score. If you are able to pay down your credit cards down to zero, do not close the credit accounts, because if you're paying them down, it's going to be producing a positive effect, versus if you close them, now they're not reporting anymore as payment history, so they're not going to help you. It doesn't help you to close off your credit cards. What you want to do is you want to pay them down as much as you possibly can without closing them. Another thing is, do not let them sit idle for more than 60 days. Because if you let them sit for more than 2 months, let's say 3 months, now they're not considered active, and the credit scoring companies will not count them in your utilization rate. Basically, the credit card companies want to see you use credit, that you're using it and you're paying it, you're managing it. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So using credit is a really good way to increase your score. However, the danger in that is that I've seen people make is they start to get in too much debt. So you don't want to have a history of just piling on more and more debt. You want to show that you're using your debt, your credit, and that you're able to pay things down. So you want to be careful. Like, let's say you buy a new car. At the time, your debt is like $30,000 with your car and your credit cards. Now, the next year, you don't want your credit amount to be up to $40,000, and the next year, $50,000. You want to have a history where you take on debt and you're able to pay it down, pay things off. Now, that is going to take a little bit longer. That's not really a fast solution, but it is a solution that will build you a strong credit score for the long term. Collections play a big role in holding down a person's credit score. Collections is kind of a long topic. It's kind of complicated because it's very particular to everybody's unique situation. Some collections need to be paid off and some do not. So to not make this video too long, I'm going to talk about collections in probably my next video. So come back and tune in for that. Well, I hope this short video helped you learn something new about credit management in a way that can help you boost your credit score. Make sure you follow me, follow my website, and I will be posting some more videos real soon.